Alright, I was just walking the beach and doing some fishing here, and looked down, and there was a leader that goes to a like pixie style knockoff spoon. Pretty rusted out, but at least it's a decent leader, but somewhat decent condition. Alright, y'all, then I just walked a little bit more, and there's this line here going down the sand to a pixie. Used to be a rattle one, but the rattle chamber broke, but yeah, decent condition, except the rattle chamber. Alright, I'll just walk a bit more and saw on this rock crack, there's a Blue Fox number 4. And I also saw this line after I saw the spinner. And I'll follow it. And it goes down to a decent condition snagger. Right here is a rusty old snagger, well, not very old, but with some line and a decent swivel. Alright, right here on another rock is yet another snagger in decent condition. Alright, y'all, got a little spinner right here. And it is a, yeah, I don't know what type it is. Decent condition, pretty heavy weight. Alright, on some rocks right now, and right here is a pink skirt, actually glow pink blade flying C in really good condition. Second one of these I found this year, and yeah, pretty nice. Alright, then I just looked up after that, finding that flying C. Right here's a pixie, a green one, in pretty good condition with some line that I'll clean up. Alright, just looked on this rock here, and there is a red and white spoon. Definitely an older one, but still usable. Alright, y'all, down here for day 2, and here's a rock that has some line that goes out here. Do not know if there is anything on here, and what it is, I don't know if there's something. Actually, there's a sculpin, which is still alive. Oh no. Alright, we gotta save this guy. At least try to. He's got this line, it's probably just a single hook going out here. Probably took someone's bait, drug it under, and tangled it around that rock. He just needs to open his mouth for me. I will try and record this. Right there, open your mouth all the way. Yeah, he's definitely got hooked. I'll cut this line. It might be able to work itself out. Hopefully it does, and I'll put it kind of back at the water. Alright, y'all, walking some sand, and I see what I believe is an orange flying C. It looks like the skirt of one. Yep, that'd be correct. That is a orange, well, 5/8 ounce silver blade and orange skirt flying C with some line and a swivel. Alright, y'all, just found something interesting, that there is a rusted out rod holder. And I might be able to put it back and use it actually, so probably keep it. Alright, I've got some mono going up to a snagger in pretty good condition. Not really rushed at all, and I will also clean up that rod line. Alright, I've got some line right here that goes to a Blue Fox in decent condition. Alright, I've got another pretty long line. Got some green monofilament. And it's going down here. Of course, it's going to keep going. Oh, there is a snagger. Alright, I'll just look beside this snagger. I've never found this before, but a flasher for like salmon trolling. And it has nothing on it, just a plain flasher, but that is pretty good condition and very neat. Alright, I got some braid right here. Looks like it's going up here where it's on the casty kind of. Oh yeah, there we go. A number 6 Blue Fox Vibrax, just missing the hook, even though it's like brand new. Alright, y'all, got a pink flying C, which looks, actually, is from this year. And it also has some line that I will clean up. Alright, y'all, just looked up, and over here, hanging right between two rocks, is a pink flying C. Like the swivel perfectly wedged, and yeah, there we go, a 7/8 ounce flying C. Looks like it's a little worn down too. Alright, y'all, right here is another flying C. I haven't even got to put this one away, and this one's a 5/8 ounce. In pretty good condition, with 2 swivels for some reason. Alright, y'all, just got this stuff put away actually now, and right here is a pink fly, which I'll put in there. Alright, y'all, got some more line right here. Just goes down, and hopefully it doesn't go out too far. I'll just try and pull on it and get some slack in. Alright, just actually stopped recording, but I pulled the line tight. And oh, actually right there is a different thing. I didn't see that at first. But that is a like fake salmon egg kind of fly. I'll put it up with my stuff real quick. And now I have a line to follow. It doesn't look like it goes out too far, which is good. I didn't really want to get some today, so. Oh, and as I'm walking, right there in the water is a rattle pixie. And then I'll keep going on it, and right there is the lure. I'll try and get it out. There we go, a like chartreuse blade and chartreuse body flying sea. And then I look over here again, and right there is a, oh, I've never found one of these before, a Mips Magnum Aglia, just a very large version of their Aglia with a single hook. See, I got multiple finds to put that back into the collection bin. Alright, I got another flying sea here. Looks like it's a, oh, it's one of the Fire Tiger colors, I believe. 7/8 ounce flying sea, and then I looked up here, and I believe this here is a custom in the sand. Yep, it is. So there we go, a 2-for-1, both like the same color. Alright, y'all, just walking on the sand, and oh, there's some pink right there. I'm gonna go check out something else. But there, actually, no, it's an orange one. There we go, that's an orange flying sea with an orange blade and a leader. Then I'll walk to what I originally saw, just farther up over here. It's definitely a lure, I believe, at least. Yep, it is. Alright, what do we got here? Wow, that's a neat rig. A buzz bomb that has, like, you know, their mainline spool would go there, and then, like, it's a trolling rig with a hoochie. That is pretty neat. Alright, you almost didn't see this, but right here's another flying sea. An older condition, missing the skirt, but still is a neat find. Alright, y'all, I was just watching this raven eat a sea urchin, and then I looked down here, and right there is a number 6 blue fox in a blade tail that I've never found before. So yeah, nice find. Alright, I'll just almost walk past this here. It's a, ooh, actually, not very good condition, but that is a body of a blue fox, probably number 4 or so, Vibrex. Alright, then I just looked down again, and here's a blade, which I am assuming might be from this or from a different one. But yeah, there's a blade and a body. Alright, y'all, got some line right here. Oh, there's a lure already, kind of thing. A very, very small snagging hook with just a, like, soul snap. Alright, y'all, see something that's pink up here. Has a hoochie on it. Ooh, it is a Panther Martin, like, spinner, and then someone modified it with a little hoochie and a single hook. I believe it was modified. Or maybe it came like this, but yeah, pretty neat find. Alright, right here is another snagger in, like, brand new condition. Probably lost, like, yesterday with some line. Alright, and right here is a pixie. It seems to be in pretty good condition. Yep, with a swivel. In decent condition. Hooks are not really great, but the lure itself is pretty good. Alright, y'all, got what I believe is another Kodiak custom. Actually, no, it's just some skirt material. Actually, and here's some line. Here's a leader first, which goes to a snagger, and some line here, which goes to nothing. Alright, haven't even put this stuff away, and I looked up here, and there's another line with, of course, another snagger. And yeah, a lot of snaggers so far today. Right here by this rock is yet another snagger in definitely usable condition. Alright, y'all, I'm down for another day of lure hunting. This is 2 days after last time. You see something on this rock here. It definitely looks like a lure. Yeah, there we go. A probably brand new Blue Fox number 6 Super Vibrex. Pretty good condition for the first time find of the day. Alright, I was just kind of waiting a little bit and would have missed this if I wasn't. And there's a flying sea in like a rainbow trout pattern. This is the second one that I found this year actually of this color. Just actually a decently rare color for me though. And The blade's really good condition, the skirt's a little ripped up, but yeah, pretty good lure overall. Alright, y'all, just looked in this crack here, and that is the skirt of a flying sea right there. Try and reach and grab it without getting pricked by all these sea urchins, which are actually on the lure. Alright, yeah, there we go. Looks like it is from this year, just not really the best condition, but neat find either way. Alright, y'all, see some line up ahead right here. It's all like covered in stuff, but going to see if there is anything on it. Oh, right there is a like rock crab. Ooh, the line just broke, so I'm going to check right here real quick without getting pinched by the crab. Alright, I'll just pull him out, but oh, he's actually tangled in the line. Yeah, that's what he's doing here. Yeah, there we go. That was tangled around the shell, which has some tangled. So gotta get him out. Last time I tried to untangle one of these guys, it just pinched me, and that didn't really feel the best, but yeah, I'm gonna get this guy. I'll cut the line to get him untangled, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, there we go. Just cut the line, so that is free now, and the little rock crab is free as well. So I'll just drop him on this rock, and watch it crawl away. Kind of crabby. Oh, they're good. Alright, y'all, got yet another flying sea right here. Looks like it is for this year. Pulled up from the line. Yep, a not great condition, but decent condition 78 ounce flying sea from this year. Alright, y'all, see another flying sea, which is right there. Looks like it is definitely not from this year. This blade looks a little bit corroded. I'll still try to reach down and grab it. Yep, not from this year, but still a find. Alright, y'all, I see another flying sea. Right there, hidden under this sea anemone. We'll try. Ooh, it's snagged up in it. I guess this will be a saving mission now. If I could even find. Yep, there's a hook. Alright, y'all. I'm very glad I did this today. I brought some pliers, but I'm going to change my camera view so I can show you guys kind of the process of getting it out. Alright, so I brought a pair of pliers because 2 days ago I found a sculpin that had a hook in its mouth that I couldn't get out because I didn't have pliers. But this should be kind of perfect. But I will try and get it out without injuring this thing as much as I can. There, got a hook. I'm just gonna try and, oh, there it goes. Already got it out. That actually wasn't too hard. And I hope I didn't injure, oh. Well, I guess this is also a saving mission of a little rock crab. Oh no. That's a lot of line tangled up. I don't know how this guy got himself so tangled, but I need to grab my scissors to get him out. First, I'll just cut it off at the main line, actually. Don't need this in the way. And then I'll just get the flying sea in the tub that I have. 4 lures. Actually, that is a decent flying sea right there. A chartreuse skirt and chartreuse blade with a decent hook. And now I'll just keep working on this little crab here. Alright, y'all, there we go. Got the crab fully freed. Had so much line in it, but now it's, well, there's a little bit of line that I can just pull out probably. Alright, that is stuck under like a knuckle of a claw. It will come out. This one little bit of line will sometime soon, hopefully. But yeah, here we go. I'm gonna release it back into some water, so hopefully it can survive. Just drop it right there by a rock and let it rest. Alright, I've got something right here. This is like a leader kind of thing or something going under this rock to nothing. Alright, I'll just look down and there is like a swivel, I believe. It is an open one and it is a rusted out old swivel. Alright, I'll just look at this rock and right there I saw some line, but then I looked down more and that is a small Castmaster. It's just actually not a Castmaster, it's a like off-brand Castmaster, but still a decent find. Alright, well, I see something very pink up ahead, so going to see what it is. It's a, seems to be, yep, a flying C right there. Gold blade, 7/8 ounce. A decent flying C is just some seaweed that I will clean off. Alright, I'll just walk past this rock earlier, but now walking on the other side right here is a 7/8 ounce flying C in pretty good condition with just some seaweed that I'll take off. Alright, y'all, first snagger of the day here has a nice leader on it, and it's a like tiny little snagger, but a decent one down to collection. Alright, on some different rocks now, I see something right here. That is a pixie. It looks like a rattle one. Yeah, decent rattle pixie. That still rattles pretty good. Looks like it could even been just dropped by someone since it doesn't have any line, and it looks pretty good. Alright, I'm down for another day lure. I think it's a nice low tide, at least low enough to search, so hopefully I can find something. Alright, I got the first find of the day here. It looks like brand new condition. A pink skirt gold blade flying C with like a brand new hook and a swivel in very good condition. Pretty good for the first find. Alright, I'll just look down. There's a single hook. I'll see if there's anything on it. Nope, just the hook. Probably from like a spinner that had a treble hook on it, but you can replace it with a single hook. Alright, y'all, I see something up here that looks like a flying C, and it is, but I'll just come up to it now. Yeah, here it is. Looks like it is a glow chartreuse, because I do see a bit of white and chartreuse there. Actually, no, it's just plain chartreuse, but it looks like it got stuck in this log here, and it is actually quite stuck. There it is. A nice flying C spinner. Alright, I just looked up here and saw a bit of color right here. That is it was actually a swim bait with a jig head. Oh, and actually, it's not on this line. So there's the little, like, paddle tail with the jig head. And the hook is kind of rusted out, not great, but here's another line that I'll check. And it doesn't look like it has anything. Alright, on this rock, here's a decent looking snagger, a little bit rust, but still should be decent. With a, like, mono leader, actually. I've never found one with, like, a mono leader instead of a, like, steel. Going to a swivel, which went to the main line. In, yeah, decent condition. Alright, well, I see some line up here going up and over the rock. I'll go ahead and grab this. Ooh, actually looks like this is a leader. It actually is. It goes to a single red hook right there with a, like that leader. It goes from red hook up to a big swivel to swivel. Then I also looked in the water here, and there's another find already right there. That is a 5/8 ounce chartreuse flying C in somewhat decent condition, just missing all of, like, the blade, I guess, branding stuff. So yeah, pretty good finds. Alright, y'all, I see some more line right here. Gonna check this end first, because I'm assuming that's the end that would have a lure if it does have a lure. So I'll just set my cup real quick that has all lures in it and follow this line. Oh, yep, it is on this end. This is a pink skirt silver blade flying C 7/8 ounce with a swivel. In not the best condition, but still decent. Alright, y'all, I almost walked past this. I just actually was, and I looked to the side. On this rock here is a, like, gold, I guess, like metal body and green body pixie inside this mussel here. That'll probably be good to get out. Yeah, missing all line. Oh, actually, isn't. There's a little bit of line there. Then I did look down when I was passing that and saw this line here. Probably not going to be anything up there. Yep. Actually, there's the, I believe, maybe first long cast of the year. A chartreuse blade and chartreuse like body color, kind of, with some line that I'll clean up in pretty good condition. Alright, y'all, just walking some rocks here, and right there is a 5/8 ounce Flying C. A little bit rusted out, but still decent enough to replace hooks maybe if I really want to use it. But yeah, decent find anyway. Alright, y'all, here's all of today's video. First off with the MEPS and swivel tray here. Got, I believe, 23 MEPS Flying Cs. Some are actually pretty neat colors. Got pink glow, which I found quite a few of these actually so far this year and last, I believe. Got a fire tiger color 7/8 ounce and a rainbow trout in very good condition. So those are pretty neat. Then got a blue I've never found before, which is a MEPS Magnum Glia. It is a just larger version of their regular Glia with like another, I guess, egg basically thing on the body. Yeah, pretty neat, pretty heavy, and bigger blade. Then got a MEPS long cast, just a chartreuse blade and chartreuse, I guess, tail in number 5. So there's that tray with also the swivels, which is just a nice sized pile. Most of them are not, or some of them are not really usable because they're just rusted, but most of them are usable. So moving on to the next tray, we got some blue fox stuff, which is gonna be pixies. Got 7 pixies here, all in decent condition. Some of them are not pixies, so these 2 are not actual like branded pixies, but the rest are, and are in decent condition. Then got the Super Vibrexes. Got a number 4, number 3, and then 4 number 6s. Got a whole bunch of snaggers, about 12 or so, I believe. Then there's some random like lures, like a spinner that I don't really know the brand of, a spoon, and some pre-rig swim bait, which is pretty neat, and a off-brand Castmaster and broken apart Super Vibrex. They got a buzz bomb with a pretty neat hoochie rig. Just got a whole bunch of like beads in here and going down to single hook, and it's a fully put together reusable rig, so that's pretty neat. Got a number 15 size Panther Martin spinner with a hoochie on it. I've never found one of these before, so that's pretty neat. I got a number 6 Cognac Custom. I think I've only found like maybe 2 of these this year so far, so that's pretty neat. And then moving on to some flies here. Got a, I don't know, find quite a few of these like every year or so, maybe like 3 or so. Do not know the exact name, but a decent condition fly, and then a not so great condition like just egg imitation, I guess. And then also got some switch shots there. And then got some like leaders, just a like hook leader rig, and then some other wire leaders and monofilament leaders. So yeah, that's pretty neat. And got a completely rusted out rod holder. Do not know what it was doing so far down the beach. Maybe someone was having a not great day and just threw it, but yeah, not really sure about that. And then one of the best finds of the year, that's like aside from the fishing rod that I found, is this Gibbs flasher. I believe this is about $20 or so, and it's in actually really good condition. So yeah, that is pretty neat. Yeah, there's all the finds from today's video, y'all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.